Omaha's Metro Transit has been around since 1972. As of now, Omaha has 34 bus routes and 135 buses helping people get around the city. Today we see what it's like to use student public transportation. Good afternoon, I'm Ray Cook.
And I'm Megan Alexander. Next we meet someone who survived foster care and is facing a tough road as a single mother.
All this and more on the Omaha News.
From the studios of UNO Television, this is the Omaha News, presented by UNO School of Communication.
After overcoming challenges as a foster child, Ileana Garcia has become a better mother because of it. Reporter DK Kellum is at our live table to take us into the world of a single parent.
From foster homes to her own home, I will take you inside the home of a mother who has taken her experiences from foster care to give her children a better home life. Ileana Garcia is a single parent who has grown up in foster care throughout her early life. She's had many challenges at the age of 19, such as being financially stable and learning how to split time with a newborn and a 2-year-old.
I got pregnant with my 2-year-old when I was 17, and that made all the difference in my life. I graduated early, and then I was just working, and she helped me get back on the right track because I had somebody to do it for instead of just me.
There's roughly 4,000 state wards in out-of-home care. Ileana says she doesn't want her children to become one of those numbers.
In kind of a twisted way, foster care has helped me be a better mother because I was given a lot of crappy foster homes. And then I had 2 good homes that I was in. And from the bad ones, I've learned what not to be. And then from the good ones, obviously, I've learned and saw how, a mother should raise their child.
Throughout grief, loss, anxiety, and multiple home placements, Ileana is able to give some advice to single mothers from her foster experiences.
For single moms, I think one of the most important things you need to have is self-discipline. You also need to understand that it's okay to ask for help. Some days I get really overwhelmed, and if I don't ask for help, I can't parent to my children correctly.
Visit Access Nebraska online if you're a single mother looking for help or assistance. Megan Ray, back to you.
Thanks, DK. An Ohio teen is speaking out after going against his parents' wishes by getting vaccinated for the first time after he turned 18. Ethan Lindenberger gained attention online after posting on Reddit that his parents think vaccines are some kind of government scheme. He went on to call his parents kind of stupid for opposing vaccines.
Lindenberger said he sat down with his parents after turning 18 and had a civil conversation with them, letting them know about his decision. The teen said he felt it was important to be vaccinated for his safety and the safety of others.
Right now, the Center for Disease Control reports an outbreak of measles and mumps in the U.S. The key to stopping the spread, experts say, is to get vaccinated.
Many Omaha residents don't consider local public transit a key city issue, but for those who use the city buses, it's a different story. Reporter Colin Gurney is live at a Dodge Street bus stop to take a closer look at how our bus system affects a UNO student.
Many UNO students use this bus stop outside the Milo Bell Student Center off 63rd and Dodge. But how are these buses faring in the winter weather?
Omaha is a hilly, sprawling city. Residents with cars have few issues when driving on city streets, but those without cars must rely on other ways to get around. During the winter, the city bus is the only option for many who would otherwise walk or bike to work. However, the Omaha Metro bus system isn't always reliable. Johnny Red, a UNO student, has experience riding Omaha buses and says that improving local public transit should be a priority.
I would say there's no silver bullet. There's nothing that's just like, oh, this is what we're doing wrong. It's all about like small incremental change, and I think what we need to do is normalize public transportation, especially in a city like ours that's so spread out and so reliant on cars.
Red says that putting money into public transportation will help the parts of Omaha that need it most.
One of the biggest barriers to overcoming the problems with public transit is getting rid of the stigma that comes with it. A lot of people think that if you ride the bus, then you're poor. And it's like, a lot of the times that's true, but there's nothing wrong with being poor.
The Metro bus system is a common way for UNO students to get around the city. As a student, my UNO MAV card allows me to ride the buses for free. However, when looking at public transportation and accessibility around Omaha, this pass doesn't really mean as much. Maybe it's time for a change in the way that Omaha looks at public transportation.
According to the Metro website, the bus system collaborates with Ralston, La Vista, Bellevue, Papillion, and Council Bluffs. During rush hour, Metro serves approximately 85% of the city of Omaha. Megan, Ray, back to you.
Thank you, Colin. Coming up, we take a look at how the Metro community is having fun with all the snow, ice, and cold.
Next, we see how the cold can affect our mental health, and we find out ways we can protect ourselves from this debilitating disorder.
Stay tuned. We'll be right back.
Good job, team.
By shopping at the Bike Union, with every purchase of a bike or coffee, 100% of the sales revenue goes directly back into youth who have aged out of the foster care system, which will in turn give them the skills to become self-sufficient through professional and personal development. Let's achieve positive social change together, one coffee cup and bike at a time. The Bike Union and Coffee. Bikes, coffee, community.
There is a spark inside every one of us that seeks to create and express ourselves. A spark that burns with the desire to capture our imagination into reality. And there is a place where that spark can grow. 13th Floor Magazine. We are not just for writers. Join us and share your passion with the world.
I always knew I wanted to go to college.
To be the first person in my family to graduate.
Because I dream of being an elementary teacher, an environmental geologist,
a soil scientist,
a nurse.
Project Achieve helps me go from dream to degree. If we can do it,
so can you.
Project Achieve. From dream to degree. unomaha.edu/project-achieve.
You've always known you were a leader, someone who works hard to achieve your goals. You can see it. You can see your success in front of you. You pursue a college education for the old-fashioned reasons, to learn, to make yourself more valuable, to succeed. You need a place that celebrates your ambition and positions you alongside visionary people just like you. You, my friend, belong here, the University of Nebraska at Omaha.
This is the Omaha News.
Friday night was UNO's second annual Dodgeball Heart Disease Tournament. The event started at 6 p.m. and consisted of teams from 6 to 8 people. It was hosted at the H&K building on Omaha's campus. UNO and UNMC teamed up to spread awareness of heart health. Each participant pitched in at least $20 to play, and all proceeds went to the American Heart Association in its efforts to try to prevent heart disease. This was a great way to give back, but also an opportunity to have fun and be active.
We're here to support the cause for American Heart Association. Got asked by a buddy if we wanted to come play in the tournament, and we felt as a dodgeball team over in Council Bluffs, we thought we'd come over and help support the cause.
These were given to the winning team as well as the top fundraisers and best dressed. With $1,800 raised last year, there's no doubt that this event will be back next spring.
Residents of the Midwest have experienced the coldest winter in 2 decades. At least 17 people have died, and thousands have been left without power. As Jay Bridgman reports, the polar vortex is having a significant impact on those who suffer with mental health issues.
A rise in seasonal affective disorder is among college students at UNO. SAD is a mood disorder characterized by depression that occurs at the same time every year. Athletic trainer Hannah Brown says winter and fall months are a crucial time when SAD is at its peak.
It's basically like a form of depression that happens seasonally. So most often it happens like in the fall and winter, and kind of the symptoms kind of resolve after that. There is kind of an extreme case that happens in the summer months, but most often the one that you're talking about is going to be in the fall and winter.
Symptoms include fatigue, depression, hopelessness, and social withdrawal.
Depression is one of the most common disorders among college students. On top of classes and other responsibilities, seasonal affective disorder can affect health, social life, and most importantly, grades.
Changes in motivation, changes in energy, and that all can play into into academics. So, not having the motivation to do their schoolwork, not having the energy to get out of bed to go to class.
According to Brown, one of the main reasons for SAD is the lack of sunlight we experience throughout the day in the winter. UNO student Rayana Carter says even she has experienced some symptoms of SAD.
In the winter, I'm more like, it's dark in my room, I'm more inside. And I would say it went away because when summer comes, I'm always vibrant, always happy.
For helpful tips on what to do if you experience the symptoms of SAD, visit the UNO Counseling webpage under Student Resources. For the Omaha News, I'm Jay Bridgman.
If you see a friend or family member withdrawing from normal activities, abusing substances, or displaying other mental health disorders such as over or under eating and anxiety, officials say to reach out and offer support. Treatment can help prevent complications, especially if it's diagnosed and treated before symptoms get bad.
Giant ice sculptures filled downtown Elkhorn for Nebraska's first ice sculpting contest February 8th through the 10th. Sculptors started Friday and have worked night and day to have the chance to represent Nebraska at the United States National 2020 Snow Sculpting Competition in Wisconsin. Omaha natives Wes and Nancy Dodge stopped by to check out the ice creations.
I saw it on Facebook, and we were driving home after eating dinner in Benson, and I said, we're warm, let's go out there.
And it's just something new. I mean, it's downtown Elkhorn, and it's a fun thing. It's nice for the community.
The event was sponsored by Main Street and Studios Art Gallery. People who attended the event voted on which sculpture they liked the best. Many are hoping this community becomes an annual competition.
Coming up, we dive into the world of sports, looking at Maverick hockey and softball.
Then we visit with a member of UNO's women's basketball team who has come back from an injury and how the team has played.
All this and more right here on the Omaha News.
Tired of listening to the same Spanish music? Listen to my show on myradio.fm.
I never thought I'd be standing in the clouds looking down on the ancient ruins of the Incan Empire. I never thought I'd live among the street artists in Valparaiso. I never thought I'd make friends that would last a lifetime. Adventure's out there, and as Mavericks, it's up to us to find it. Stop thinking, start doing. Visit educationabroad.unomaha.edu.
She was your average girl.
I'm sorry, I'm so clumsy.
And he was a movie theater. It was a romance that no one saw coming.
You're in Dundee, too?
But sometimes, love gets complicated.
We can't be together, because I'm a country girl, and you're a building.
Coming soon.
I love your dedication to the Omaha community, and I love your focus on independent foreign and classic films, and I love how you introduced me to the new ideas through the presentation of film as an art form. I love you, film streams.
As a student, it's good to know you have support wherever you go. To have a simple and direct way of seeing that next assignment. To have an easy way of knowing where you're headed to next. Or just how quickly you're going to get there. The UN Omaha app is everything a student needs just a tap away. Download it today on the App Store or Google Play.
Welcome back to your very own coverage of Omaha sports. I'm your host, Ellie Brecht. The Maverick hockey team split a weekend series at Miami, Ohio, bringing Omaha to a combined record of 9-17-2 overall and 5-12-1 in conference. The Friday night 3-0 victory over the Redhawks was led by senior goaltender Evan Wenninger, who recorded 38 saves and became #1 in school history for most shutouts in a career. Saturday night resulted in a 4-2 loss for the Mavericks despite goals from Jalen Schultz and Chase Primo. The Mavericks have 6 regular season games left in this 2018-19 season before they head into the NCHC playoffs. The Mavericks softball team had a rough start to their season as they headed down south to Texas for their season debut. Omaha suffered 5 losses to give them an 0-5 record on the weekend and on the season so far. Friday night, the Mavericks lost in 5 innings to both Wisconsin and Texas Tech, scoring a total of 3 runs in both games. A new day brought the same results as Omaha dropped another 2 games to Lamar University and Wisconsin again on Saturday. The loss to Wisconsin was a convincing 15-0 as the Badgers shut out the Mavericks. The Lone Star Collegiate Classic was capped off by yet another Omaha loss on Sunday to in-state foe Nebraska as the Mavericks dropped a close one, losing 4-3. The Mavericks head to Athens, Georgia this upcoming weekend to hopefully redeem themselves in games versus Buffalo, Winthrop, and the hometown hosts, the Georgia Bulldogs. Moving on to men's basketball, Omaha won a close one in Sioux Falls on a neutral court at the Sanford Pentagon this past weekend when they beat the South Dakota Coyotes 107-102 in overtime, highlighted by Mitch Hahn's game-tying three-pointer to send the game into overtime. The win included senior Zach Jackson's 5th straight 20-point scoring effort in the last 6 games, bringing the Mavericks to their impressive 8-2 conference record. The #2 Mavericks face in-conference rival South Dakota State tomorrow night right here at Baxter Arena at 7 p.m. The last time these 2 teams faced each other was in Brookings, South Dakota on January 26 when the Mavericks fell 83-73. The UNO women looked to turn their conference record in the right direction last Saturday when they took the floor against a tough Western Illinois team. The much-anticipated Play for K game had Omaha and their fans wearing pink in honor of breast cancer awareness. After getting out to a hot start in the first half, the Mavs walked into the locker room with a 37-34 lead.
I felt like our girls played with great spirit and they were scrappy and they really held that with them throughout the entire game. And I know they were disappointed with the outcome because they wanted to honor those that were here, but I'm really proud of the fight that our girls had today.
Next, were able to pull away late in the 4th quarter after Omaha's offense hit a stalemate following 2 controversial foul calls. Western would go on to win the game 79-67. Despite the loss, Omaha's Josie Filer led the team with 20 points and 10 rebounds, good enough for her 2nd career double-double. After missing almost a year of basketball with an ankle injury, Emily Peterson is back on the court and looking to give her team a boost to make the Summit League Conference Tournament. Reporter Ray Cook talks to Peterson about her injury and how she feels after her first game back.
A left ankle brace worn by Emily Peterson signifies a year-long battle that is still ongoing. After missing almost a year with injury, Peterson is finally back on the court after ankle surgery.
It was pretty tough just because the stability in my ankle wasn't like it was supposed to at the beginning, and so I think it's something that I'm still working through, and it's about a year recovery, so the swelling is not what I would want it to be, but it's a process. So
after missing 20 games this season, Peterson made her season debut against Peru State on January 30th. In Peterson's first game back, she only played 8 minutes, but she made a 3 from right about here in the 4th quarter that made all of Baxter Arena go insane.
It was definitely a relief because I was not sure if I was going to make it there, so a lot of pressure on that. But yeah, it felt really good.
Peterson since has made 4 threes. After leading her team with 11 points in a loss at South Dakota, she scored 7 this past Saturday in another close loss to Western Illinois. Although she's not 100%, head coach Brittany Lang has been most impressed with Peterson's mentality day in and day out.
Well, I think Emily is just trying to find her way back onto the court, and she has really looked like she's taken a jump forward on the mental side of things, of just understanding angles. I mean, she's barely practiced, and to come in and play the quality of minutes that she has already, I thought she got great shots, and in the game plan, that's exactly what we wanted to have happen.
For the Omaha News, I'm Ray Cook.
You can watch Peterson and the Mavericks take on the Jackrabbits of South Dakota State tonight at Baxter Arena. Tip-off is set for 7 p.m. That's all we have today for Omaha Sports. Ray and Megan, back to you.
Thanks, Ellie. Coming up on the Omaha News, we take a look at how UNO is making the Holocaust interactive with their new exhibit.
Next, we head to the Durham Science Center to visit an attraction on UNO's campus that most people don't know exists.
Stay tuned. We'll be right back.
Your MAV card is your ticket. Don't lose it.
Ticket? Ticket to what?
It's your ticket to tremendous entertainment. Like the UNO Art Gallery. They host amazing art shows, lectures, and the Writers' Workshop reading series. We can go to the Strauss Performing Arts Center, where we can experience live music. Or maybe the theater, where they host 4 productions a year.
Your MAV card is your ticket. Where will it take you?
Coming up in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Faded press to a full.
UNO's planetarium is more than just a place to see the stars. Reporter Brian Vamaka looks at this unique educational experience that's right here on campus.
You may not know it, but the University of Nebraska-Omaha has a planetarium on campus that offers public and private shows.
Yeah, the show is very great. I bring my 2 kids to see the sky and the different planets. We enjoy it so much.
Located at the Durham Science Center, the Mallory Kuntz Planetarium stretches all the way to the 3rd floor. Productions are shown on the first 3 weekends of every month about a variety of subjects. It is important to planetarium operator Krista Teston that the audience learn something from their time at the planetarium.
My goal since graduating college has always been to make people better observers, just make people more aware of what's around them.
While the planetarium is largely focused on space and astronomy, it gets used in a variety of different and sometimes unexpected ways.
There are some shows that are pure entertainment. Most of them have some educational aspect to them, which is why I kind of enjoy this environment as being a different environment to teach in. And it is a teaching environment that's unique.
Various UNO organizations have hosted events there, from poetry readings with the library to yoga classes with the Wellness Center. In the past year, the planetarium had a full house for a music release party, as well as a wedding.
It's being booked as an immersive educational environment now. It really is.
For the Omaha News, I'm Brian Vamaka.
The planetarium costs $4 per person and has shows on Fridays and Saturdays.
The Holocaust began in 1941 and ended in 1945. About 6 million European Jews were murdered during this time. Reporter Koichi Owasaki visits a Holocaust exhibit on UNO's campus.
It's been more than 70 years since the Holocaust sad story happened. The library has been conducting an exhibit about the Holocaust for the last month. I spoke with Mark Selinzak, a UNO History Department professor in Holocaust and Genocide Studies.
So the purpose of the exhibition is to demonstrate Yahad in Unum. This is an organization founded by Father Patrick Dubois. It's to exhibit their research over a 10-year period. The organization interviews witnesses to the execution of Jews during the Second World War.
He says he conducted the exhibit because it is related to UNO community.
So the Holocaust by Bullets program is a three-pronged program. It's the exhibition, it is a teacher's seminar, and it's a keynote by Father Dubois. The keynote by Father Dubois is free and open to the public, so we're going to hope to have 450 guests present. The teacher seminar trains high school teachers in the community, as well as university faculty on the Holocaust by Bullets program. The exhibition, we have trained 15 UNO docents to lead guided tours, so I think it has a tremendous impact on our community.
He says young generations should learn from the exhibit to make their future world a better place.
What I want the students to gain from this is to understand that this is a crime that happened during the Second World War, but I also want them to be well aware that anti-Semitism, hate, and violence are still very much part of our world today, and that they need to take responsibility for that and to act, and I think the exhibit goes a long way to that.
For the Omaha News, I'm Koichi Wasaki.
The exhibit is being held through April 19th at Chris Library.
Almost 100 million people watched Super Bowl 53. Many wanted to support their favorite team, others came for the commercials and food. The University of Nebraska at Omaha School of Communication hosts the best and worst Super Bowl commercials panel each year to see which ads are successful and which ones fall flat. The 2019 event brought together students, staff, and advertising professionals from across the metro to discuss their favorite and least favorite ads.
It's just a good night for us to have some Super Bowl themed snacks and to talk shop and see what the industry professionals in Omaha think about the ads from 2019.
Just a 30-second ad costs over $5 million. Through 2014, research reported the majority of ads don't boost sales. Companies are willing to pay to capture the huge audience and boost brand awareness.
That's all we have for today. Be sure to come back next week for more and exciting stories on the Omaha News.
Follow us on Facebook and Twitter at UNO the Omaha News or on our website at unomahanews.com.
From all of us here at UNO Television, thanks for watching.
We'll see you next time.
Maverick Sports News has grown up. Mav Radio's First Warning is streaming live to show you the best and worst of the sports world. With analyst DK Kellogg, host Ray Cook, and the whole First Warning crew. Where will you be when the warning sounds?
Social media can be fun, but it can also be a powerful tool. At the UNO Social Media Lab, we work together to advance our understanding of social media and technology on the UNO campus and beyond with research application services such as real-time social media tracking, social media listening, and assistance on how to work with first-party social media tools such as Twitter and Instagram analytics. We have also consulted and collaborated with communities in Nebraska to help them leverage social media to work for their communities.
The University of Nebraska at Omaha is a place for tomorrow's leaders. A place where individuals converge on a path to success, getting the attention and direction they need as they begin their career. It's where students take pride in serving Omaha, a city we've invested in for more than 100 years. UNO is a place where greatness begins. The University of Nebraska at Omaha.